Hey everyone, just a quick heads up. There's a couple flashing lights throughout like three small parts of this episode. The screen will just like flash white, boom, 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 like that. It gives me a little bit of a headache. I don't know if it's worth an epilepsy warning, but you know your sensitivities and issues better than I do, and so I thought it would be just better to leave a warning at the front, just in case. What's up everyone, Solemn Sunday here, and today we are playing Shiren the Wanderer 5, The Tower of Fortune and the Dice of Fate. I have a lot to say about this game. It's been on my wish list since, I don't know, it's been a while. I want to say maybe February. I'm recording this in the beginning of August. It's normally $20 on Steam. It finally went, it never went on sale. It's occasionally gone on sale for half price in its history of being on there, but I finally caved and picked it up for my birthday, which was rather recently, and I would say it is absolutely worth full price. We're going to get into why. We're going to get into what kind of game it is, what a mystery dungeon game is, etc., etc. So first off, Shiren 5 here is the only mystery dungeon game on PC, at least as far as I've been able to tell. It is a DS game that was ported, it was like 2010, ported to the PS Vita in I want to say 2016, and then ported to the PC in either 2017 or 2019 here. I'm not 100% sure which. Now, if you've heard of the... You'll have to excuse my cat talking here. If you've heard of the Mystery Dungeon games, you've likely heard of them through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon got wildly popular over here, like as far as these sorts of games go in the United States, and they had like Game Boy Advanced ones, DS ones. You know, they've been around for a while. I think there's 3DS ones. They've released like a remake of the Game Boy Advanced one on Switch now. It's been around a while, and it's just a spin-off, another spin-off of this Mystery Dungeon style series. This one, of course, doesn't have any of the Pokemon stuff in it, naturally. And it's plays quite a bit differently. I've played both. It plays quite a bit differently. I actually prefer how this plays by a lot. Now, if you've been on my channel before, you know that and we'll get into the game here in just a moment, I promise. But if you've been on my channel before, you know that I love traditional roguelikes. Really traditional roguelikes. I like stuff like Tome, Tales of Maj'Eyal. I like stuff like NetHack. NetHack is where I started. I like getting in a dungeon, going down, dying, losing everything, having to start over with nothing. And this game perfectly scratches that itch while also being a good entry point into that sort of game for a casual, because it does have optional meta progression, and late game stuff does lock you out of that meta progression. It's just very cool. And so we're at the starting town here, and there are a couple tips. I am going to get into a bit of spoilers here, but there are a couple tips I want to outline beforehand, and that is the first one, very first one. Always save your game with this option right here. If you pick this up, always save it with this suspend option, because if you don't, if you just close the game out, it's going to count as a loss. It is, after all, based on traditional roguelike mechanics, and so just closing the game will basically kill you and drop your inventory, and then you lose. The second thing is that this is a very item-heavy game. You can see I have some items equipped here ahead of time before we go into the dungeon. This is that meta progression I was talking about. These are upgraded pretty high, at least for where I'm at in the game. You can see I have pots that I've filled up with different stuff. Pots are very important. They essentially function as little bags. They can come under different circumstances where they'll break or different stuff will happen. There's a lot of emergent gameplay in this. Interaction between stuff that you wouldn't expect to interact with. You know, running into an enemy and it fills your pot with dirt because it throws dirt on you. Stuff like that. Really interesting stuff, but this is your backpack here, your meta progression stuff, the stuff I'm bringing with me, and you can keep that if you do a couple things. The first is that you don't want to die in the dungeon. You want to get back out. How would you do that? You can buy scrolls that let you escape the dungeon. They're called escape scrolls. They're very easy. And then something else you can do is this point shop here. Now, I didn't know this. I played for like 20 hours. I'm at about 27 hours. I played for 20 hours before I was told this as a tip in the Shiren Discord, because it doesn't make it particularly obvious to a new player. You come here, you get a point card, right? It's right here. It has to be in your pack to use it. And you get points. And then you talk to this guy. Even if you die and drop the card, you still have the points. But you have to spend 1,000 of your money up there in the corner. You have to spend 1,000 to get a new one. And you can exchange your points. And one of the things you can exchange your points for here is Undo Grass. And what Undo Grass does is when you die, it gives you an option to leave the dungeon with all of your stuff or revive on the spot. And so I have, you'll notice, I'm clumsy, I'm terrible at this. I have a stack of 5 in my Undo Grass pot there. I absolutely suggest doing that. It's going to make your life a lot easier. The first 20 hours, I had a lot of fun, but I was struggling, man. Being able to actually leave with my gear and have a bit of meta progression made a huge difference. All the difference, really. Okay, so we're going to get into the dungeon here. And again, there's going to be some slight story spoilers, but the story isn't really why you want to play this. Right? The reason you want to play this game is because once you beat the main dungeon, you unlock like 30 other dungeons post-game, right? The whole main campaign here might as well be the tutorial. And so, what do? You do 5 floors of this first area. It's kind of an outskirts area. You're going to pick up equipment on the way. If you haven't been out here yet, you're going to be picking up, maybe a sword for the first time. If you equip it, it could be cursed, for all you know. Cursed stuff isn't super common, but if you have cursed stuff, it's stuck on your person until you bless it or have it curse broken in town. And you might say, well, okay, so I grab a cursed sword and I wear it. That's not really a big deal. I can't remove my sword now, right? Well, later on, there's and I'm going to use that scroll right there because this Earth Scrolls and Fate Scrolls, very useful. They will permanently buff your gear. And permanently has a little bit of a star next to it there because there are conditions, of course, like everything else that can undo that. And we're going to grab... Hang on, we're going to kill these guys. And then we're going to grab an ally here. This is a character I met earlier. Now they sometimes wander this section. You can ally them and they'll help you fight. And then this point switch, you'll see those around. They'll give you points on your card. Again, 70 points, Undo Grass. Can't overstate how helpful that is. So 10 points right there. Step on 7 of those. That's 1 free escape. All right, so you might say, well, all right, I'm probably not going to unequip the sword anyway if I'm just doing my first time through, right? It's not a big deal. Well, sure, that's fine. But I had this happen. Later in the game, nighttime becomes a mechanic. Enemies are a lot more difficult to deal with at night. We'll get into that if we see it. Nighttime happens, and I cannot equip... I'm planning on escaping. I cannot equip a torch because the sword is stuck to my hand, and I can't read my escape scroll because I can't see in the dark. And that's kind of what I'm talking about with emergent gameplay mechanics right there. That's several things: not being able to read in the dark, cursed equipment not being unequipable, and needing torches to see in the dark. That's 3 separate mechanics that are not wholly related, creating an interesting situation where I'm in trouble and I have to sort it out now, right? So you meet some characters in the dungeon. They'll do different things. Sometimes they'll give you items. Sometimes they will, offer you sales or deals. Sometimes, you can give them money and they'll, like, do a task, like writing a scroll for you. Stuff like that. Pretty cool. And usually what I try to do on these first couple floors is I do try to level up a good bit. Because late game level feels pretty important. I'm only at about 30 hours of this game. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything there is to know. I mean, I just figured out how to upgrade weapons in a more complete way called synthesis. I'm not really going to get into that at the moment, but you can see my weapons they have a lot of abilities, and for a long time I did not know, like for 25 hours at that point, I didn't know how to get more abilities on there. Each weapon I was finding had one specific ability. You know, this one's good against Cyclopses. This shield protects you from getting your, I wonder if I can dig this up if I eat this strength herb. Red shield. I actually, oh, I had enough room in my pocket. I actually don't know what that is. Hard red mineral. Quite tough. Huh. I've never seen that before. I think I'm going to try and take that home. Most of my pockets are full here. Okay, anyway. I lost my train of thought a bit there because I saw a new item, and I'm still discovering new items. Getting the multiple abilities on weapons. You know, shield, maybe, that, like, protects, the one I have on protects you from getting stuff stolen from certain enemies. And I thought it was just basically, you know, one ability per item. Swap your inventory around, you know, make hard decisions. But now I've got like 6 abilities on different stuff. So it's cool that the game doesn't tell you these things and that you kind of learn them just through playing. I really appreciate that sort of thing. I like discovering different mechanics. I like learning how these games work. That's kind of the best part of a traditional roguelike, right? Is discovering all this stuff. Warp grass, kind of useful, not the most useful. Going to leave it. What is this? Fate scroll. We are going to read that for our katana here. Alright, nice. That's been upgraded. Take these guys out. Maybe. And you'll see, I take like no damage. And that's because we do have such high upgraded gear, and we're in the early parts here. You can see I tripped over a trip trap right there and dropped some stuff. Sometimes your pots will shatter open and drop your stuff all over the floor, and that can be really inconvenient, especially if you're being chased by something you don't really have the ability to fight. Alright. We also got flung by another trap. You'll have to excuse me being a little wobbly sometimes. I am on a controller, and sometimes I'll switch between the D-pad and the joystick because the D-pad makes a lot more noise. But I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm not going to check every room here and try and level up. We aren't going to try to get to the very top of the dungeon, because I don't really think that's possible with the loadout I have at the moment. I'd like to have a little bit better stuff. It probably is if I'm a better player, but I'm not, so we're not really going to worry about it. This is probably the exit. It is. Usually when I see this on the mini-map over there, usually that seems to be the exit. Alright, one more here. One more, and then we're in the next section. What's with this guy? Ability Master. He'll teach me a new ability. So we haven't gone over abilities yet. I might as well explain it. Basically, these abilities, and I need to probably put a little flash warning there. I'm going to mark my timer there to put a flash warning at the beginning. These abilities, I didn't read what this one did. These are how you kill monsters at night. Otherwise, you can't do damage to them at all. Okay. Paralyzed status. Energy blast. Yeah, I'll put it over concussive cannon and see if it does better damage. I gotta back out of that. Sometimes the menus are a little finicky. It does feel dated in that regard. But, you know, what are you going to do there? Alright, so we've arrived at the 3 towers here. We have the Tower of the Past, the Tower of the Present, and the Tower of the Future. This is like a little stopping point to pick up this ally if you want. If you have another ally, you know, with you, they'll show up here. And you have some options here, because each of these 3 towers, and when you're playing through for the first time, You have to beat each of these 3 independently. They're like 7 floors. You go through the staircase. On the 7th one, you get to the top, and it does a little cutscene. You have to do it again. Excuse me. You'll have to go through that kind of beach forest area again. Come here. Go up the next tower. You have to do it all 3 times. And then after that, you can progress. But each of these has different enemies. They have a different kind of difficulty to them. The monsters inside are like a little tougher, and as you go this direction, right? This is being the toughest. And they kind of have different mechanics. So this one, you know, you'll be dealing with poison and stuff like that. Poison lowers your strength. It doesn't do damage to you over time. It's really interesting. It just permanently lowers your strength there until you get rid of it with like an antidote or something. This one, you're going to deal more with like enemies that put stuff in your pots or steal your items. This one, you deal mostly with enemies that set traps and steal your money. We're going to start with the Tower of the Past here because, I mean, it is the easiest, but it's probably where you will be starting if you start off yourself. So there's one of those trap-creating enemies right there. And you'll notice we can't see the whole map now. Why isn't he moving? Uh-oh. There we go. Those guys will rob you of your money. Very annoying enemy. Do I have a spot for confusion talismans? I thought I had like a bunch in one of my... Yeah, okay. There we go. 4 more. And you can insert stuff directly into pots from your pocket like that. It's very convenient. Alright, so you'll notice we don't have the full map here. You actually have to explore to see even the room layouts. And this is 7 floors. Oh, shoot. Well, we're getting kind of lucky here early. Again, normally what I would do is I would explore these areas a bit more, try to find useful items. But of course, our pockets are full at the moment. I hate these magic rabbits because they'll summon everything in the room and, like, surround you with it. Uh-oh. Tiger tosser. Those guys will throw you or your allies around. That's a thing. There's a lot of different... Well, we've picked up a lot of junk, haven't we? Alright, let's insert this stuff into the pot from the... like, while it's on the ground, from our pocket. And then we'll just pick it up. There we go. Oh, so once you beat all 3 towers, you also get these staircases that will take you across the different towers. So that'll take you to the Tower of the Present if you want. And you know what? While we're here, we might as well. Let's do it. That way you guys get to see another tower. But, man, I lost my train of thought there again. I am fried since having a baby. Just absolutely fried. It's hard. Very tiring. But usually you're looking for items and stuff to take home. And exploring more because leveling up is more valuable. You're not necessarily as focused on stuff. Oh, enemies, yeah. Enemies are all super different. So, you know, the tiger tosses you around. There's like a seal. The seal steals your items and then just runs away from you. There's the frog-style enemies that steal your money. There's enemies that'll take stuff just straight out of your inventory. And, like, if they pick a staff, or these birds, if they pick a staff, they take all the magic out of the staff. And it's now useless. It sucks. It absolutely sucks when they do that to you. Alright. An agate bracelet. Bracelets are super useful. But you'll notice, just because we put it on, we don't know what it does. We know if it was cursed, but we don't know what it does. We just kind of have to figure it out. Now, if you'll notice, our strength there is 12. I suspect... +3 strength. It's a strength bracelet. So, just because we figured it out we still don't have a name listing it in our inventory. We'd have to remember that, which I think is cool. It'll remember what it is once you get back to town, but... Alright. Still not seeing the stairs here. Also, we haven't really dealt with any poison enemies yet. They're a little further down in here. I hate these pumpkins. Absolutely hate these pumpkins. Terrible. Annoying. I'm gonna send this sheep down there. Come on, roll into him. There we go. I don't know where he's gone. There's probably a room down here, right? Maybe not. I feel like there should be. And I know it is a little boring when we're taking 0 damage because nothing is an actual threat. Stuff does become a threat a little later on here. Even for us. In fact, it becomes really difficult. That's one of the reasons I'm bringing my gear like this, so I don't have to scrounge around these early floors and I can actually show you some, game content instead of spending an hour down here. So, you might see a slime enemy there. If you look, he kind of blends in behind us. Those things are terrible. So, once we get to the next floor, I'll show you why. If you look at our pocket here, you'll see these swords, sword and shield, are blue. Because they are plated. This is not blue. It is not plated. You see the number on the right that says +3, +18, +15. If you step on a rust trap or one of those types of enemies hits you, it'll lower that. And that's like your upgrade level on those. And yes, it can go negative because this game does have a very cute aesthetic, but is absolutely brutal when it comes to adhering to the traditional roguelike difficulties. Strip traps. I hate these. So they take all your stuff off, which sounds like more of an annoyance than anything else. And for the most part it is, but it can be real trouble if you're getting chased by something that hits hard and you get your shield ripped off. I hate these guys. They power up and they'll hit you from pretty far. Alright, who are you? The plating craftsman. Well, there's a perfect example of how you would plate equipment. He can plate weapons or shields for 2,000, which is pretty cheap, all things considered. I think we came in with, what, 7, and we're already at 2, and we haven't seen a single store. We haven't spent any money or anything, but... Alright, we are foregoing this for the last 2 floors of the Tower of the Future. That way I get to take you guys through all 3. Can't beat that. Alright, Tower of the Future, floor 6. Hey, there's one of those seals that steals your stuff. There's a lot of different enemy types in this game, and like I said, they all kind of do their own thing, which I think is pretty cool. He stole my entire pot of scrolls. That's not good. I absolutely have to hunt him down and get that back. This guy killed my ally and leveled up, and you'll notice now he's doing solid damage to me, and that's what happens. Leveled up monsters become very dangerous very fast. I mean, you saw, things are hitting me for like 1 damage, and a sudden increase to 15 is pretty big. Stuff like that will start shooting magic type attacks at you. Do I have something I can throw at him? What's the details on this sword? Common weapon. Okay, so we can just throw it. Alright, there's my scroll pot. Okay, close. Close there. Swap staff, don't really need that. Alright, next floor. Cool, cool. We're getting there. Uh-oh. What kind of scroll is this? Dispel Aura. Not the most useful here. Oh, we've been blinded. That sucks. Okay. We're just going to wait this out, actually. I don't want to wake him up, but... Stole my staves. Not cool. Rust trap. So you'll see this stuff happens. And if this stuff is happening to you back to back to back, it's going to feel really bad, especially if you don't have plating and he steals your shield that you're just, like, actually using. And stuff like that. It just starts bombarding you. And early game, when you don't have this kind of meta progression gear going, I did it again. And that will also happen to you. I can almost guarantee it. You will accidentally do a bad thing again, and it will just mess you up. I can give you some examples of some interesting interactions that I've had. So, now that you've seen a monster level up, what is this? Mage Staff, Power Up Grass. You know what? I'm going to use this in case I can run across him here. Because I really want my scrolls back. Ooh, Sealer, he knocked a hole in the wall. Pretty cool. I like that mechanic a lot. I think this is him. There we go. Alright, anyway. Oh, shoot, my pockets are full. Alright, what can we swap this with? What can we swap it with? We don't really need the strength bracelet. I have like 3 at home. So, I'm not too tore up about that. Okay, so, interactions. Fun stories, things that have happened. I was fighting 2 enemies, and they were directly above me like this. So, I was here, 1 enemy was here, and 1 was here. And what happened was I hit this enemy, and you can see my sword. I've upgraded it. This was recently after upgrading it. I upgraded it. It can hit the 3 tiles in front of me. I hit the one directly above me, and it hit this one, lowered his health, hit this one, lowered his health, and my sword also has a like 12% chance to blind. So it blinds this guy. Well, this guy attacks this guy. Since he was already low on health from the previous attack, it kills him. He levels up, like you saw earlier. One-shots me. I had Undo Grass, I was able to warp home. But my own sword's useful status effect really bit me in that case because I wasn't really thinking and paying attention, and also just kind of a combination of emergent gameplay and bad luck. I love stuff like that. I absolutely love stuff like that. I'm trying to think of another example. Something really interesting happened the other day, and I can't remember what it was. And that's because so many interesting things just keep happening. Oh, I know what it was. So, I'm going to upgrade my sword and shield here. I didn't explain this. This is like the halfway point. This is a nice little break point for, let's call it a 3rd point because of some other reasons. But, it's a nice little break point to upgrade your gear and just kind of shop, sell some stuff if your pockets are a bit full, that sort of deal. Very, very nice. I don't know if you can head home directly from here. I haven't actually looked into it. I'm very curious of that, actually, now that I think about it. Because it's been on my mind, but I just haven't tried to go back down, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. But usually you can buy an escape scroll or something here anyway. So, it was... Let's see, anything useful? The navigation one's kind of useful. The Undo Grass you can just buy outright, but I have, like, a lot of them. Maybe it is worth buying. I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have any inventory spot. Oh, I do have a spot in a pot, though. Perfect. Yeah, stuff it in there. Nice. That's a whole extra revive there, so... I don't think I really need any of... The navigation scroll is pretty useful. My cat is attacking my feet right now. If you hear a sound, I'm very sorry. Alright, so, the story. I was low on health. I was on my last revive. And I was walking into a room. And during this, if it's your first time through, you're ferrying another character up through here. It's like an escort mission. It's pretty forgiving. It's not too bad at all. I didn't have much trouble with it. I think it's fine. I know escort missions get a bad rep, so I think it's really important to say that it was not obnoxious, even remotely. Anyway, that's the, these are the bird enemies that eat your stuff, by the way, like your stabs. I was talking about them earlier. So, I was escorting this character. He died, and when he dies, you do have to revive him. So, I'm sitting there. There's stairs above me. Another rust trap. Oh, these lizards. Now you'll see we're starting to take some damage here. For a long time coming through here, those guys would do 20 to 30 to me. There's stairs above me. They have an enemy on them. It's like a mage bird. And there's like 2 other pretty dangerous enemies to my left and right. What I managed to do is get myself blinded and think, okay, I don't have... Excuse me one moment here. Sorry about that, my cat was making quite the racket. So, I'm surrounded by these enemies, I'm out of revives, and I managed to... we'll eat it, since we don't have much other use for it, right? Oh, right, that one always throws me for a loop, because I expect it to heal me, and instead, it just gives me hit points. I've died because of that before, actually. Ugh. Trip trap. Okay. And I managed to get blinded by the mage bird. And then, my one last hope for getting out of there, my escape scroll. I can't read it, I'm blind. So, I fight through the blindness. I fight the enemies. It doesn't even tell, when you're blind, it doesn't even tell you what you're hitting. It just says you're hitting something or someone. And I managed to get unblind, revive my buddy, and I'm standing on the stairs now. I'm not actually sure how this even happened, because again, the one enemy was on the stairs. I'm on the stairs now. They all hit me. They hit me down to exactly 1 hit point. I don't know if there's like a forgiveness mercy option in this sort of game, where it's like, you're having a bad run. We'll just go ahead and set you at 1, call it even. I am pretty confident that it does not have one, though, based on just my experiences. And I got up the stairs, and I read the escape scroll, and I managed to get out of trouble. And it was just a really cool moment. I had another one where I was ready to get out. I used my last revive. You'll notice a trend here with these stories. I used my last revive, stupidly. Shouldn't have. Here's one of the mage birds, but it was the level 2 version. And it became nighttime. I was out of torches. I was like, that's fine, whatever. I got the scroll. I'll read the scroll, I'll get out of trouble. Well, you can't read in the dark. And it had just turned night. So, I was once again in a pickle due to Emergent gameplay, and I died at that point. I don't know if I would really consider that one sort of an emergent system. That one's like a built-in intentional system, but you get the idea of how these different elements kind of hook into each other and cause different scenarios that, you know, not everybody is going to experience necessarily. I'm sure you'll experience most of them if you play the game for long enough, but it was a unique situation for me, and that's what makes these games special. That's what's so cool. Poison. Strength is at 8 instead of 9. I'll use the upgrade seed. Since the upgrades are going to stay on my weapons basically no matter what anyway. This is a bad room. Let me out of here, actually. That robot is fast. Steamroid. Funny name. They all have funny names. Pretty clever. Very Dragon Questy. Like, there's the Froggos, are the little coin purses that steal your money. And the harder version that you encounter in here, Frog Gucci, which I think is funny. It's a Gucci coin purse. It's just little stuff like that I really appreciate. It is very Dragon Quest in that way, which I'm pretty sure one of the early mystery dungeons is a Dragon Quest mystery dungeon. So it doesn't surprise me that that's in the DNA of this game. All right. But if you've ever played NetHack, you'll... Ooh, this is a scary room to spawn in. If you've ever played NetHack, you'll see a lot of NetHack DNA too. Just the square dungeon on the way down. I know NetHack's inspired by Rogue too, of course. You'll see a lot of Rogue in this. Very, like, inorganic feeling areas. You can only do so much. I was messing with programming my own roguelike for a while. And you can only do so much with proc gen and not have it look stupid. So usually you just end up with these rooms and these hallways that kind of look pretty boring. Like this, admittedly. But it's not really about the kind of boring looking hallways. What it's about is... Do I have anything to heal with? We'll use this. What it's about is the content of the hallways, right? What's in there. And the different enemies and the gameplay interactions therein. The items, throwing stuff, being able to dig through walls. I know I've had a bracelet on before that shows items on the map, and it'll show these big, like, 4x4 blocks of items hidden in walls. And I don't usually have a pick, so I haven't been able to do anything about it. But, like, I know it's possible. I know it's there. I really need to get into one of those, but I don't usually rock the item visibility thing. Alright, points. Points are always valuable. It is almost night. I'm glad I get to show you the night mechanic. Ugh. And now we're starting to get into the hard part. And this is where things are going to get a little more interesting as a viewer. These guys will, curse your gear. One of my undo grasses is now useless. So, yeah, I guess carry multiple of those if you plan on making it this far. I think it's the one that wasn't in a pot, right? Can she curse stuff that's... No, she can curse stuff in pots, yeah? Maybe? Where is it? It's the whole pot. I can't take the stuff out of the pot now. Oh, that's bad. I'm glad so here's the thing. We would be screwed right now if we did not buy that extra one. Look, hang on, where is it? We would be screwed right now if we didn't buy that, because we have no way to get out of the dungeon. We have my best gear, and it's one little situation like that that can just completely change the course of how things are going. And it's so interesting and cool. And you can't plan for it every time. Alright, I need to get in this room before night falls, because I need to light it up to see if there's stairs. There are not stairs. This is a bad floor for potential nightfall, because these rooms are stupid shaped. It's going to be hard to find the stairs if it's dark. Yes, okay, cool. We're just going to eat this. Mostly because I want the bonus of it without having to carry it around. Floor 9. Okay, this one should be pretty easy to find stairs on if we've got to... Oh, I should probably focus on the guy above me, but... Is it night? Not yet. Okay. Oh, shoot. We'll use it. What's up there? Can I scout? Just money? I'm not worried about just money. We got, we've got bigger problems at the moment than just money. I mean, okay, technically speaking, we're fine. If we die, we'll warp out with our one grass. But I'd really like to find, like, a blessing scroll or something to uncurse our entire box of 5 of them. And we can do it back at town. It's not a big deal. But it does cause you a bit of panic when it happens. Alright, what's going on with night here? That guy's gonna hurt us. But Not too bad. Cool. He missed. Perfect. Okay. Nighttime now. We need to immediately equip a torch. And let's see. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. I brought the exorcism scroll in case of this exact event. Oh, man. What are the odds? This is the first time I've ever brought one of those. Wait, did it not? Did I not do it right? Hang on here. Oh, it's dark. Duh. I don't have the torch out. Okay. Hang on. Preservation pot. We need to insert some junk because our pocket is absolutely stuffed full of stuff at the moment. We probably won't be eating those. That's good. Okay. And the reason part of the reason nighttime is so dangerous is enemies are going to hit each other. And we're going to use the fine torch. That's blessed. So it might have like a bigger range or last extra long. I'm not entirely sure. Perfect. Enemies will fight each other like that, and they will level up, and they will become significantly more dangerous. I mean, you saw what happens when they level up just once. They'll level up to like 5-6 times I've seen. And that's a recipe for getting hit for 600 damage when you have like 100 hit points. And I've had that happen. Okay. What's the best way to handle this? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm gonna say... Here we go. This was smart. So, you only get one use of each of these abilities. One use. And then... it's shot for the floor. I remember the night training guy said there's a way to refresh them. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember what it was. I haven't done too much with night other than just completely straight up panic. There are these enemies that will absorb status effects and get a damage boost. And they are terrible. Okay, what do we have here? Let's try Sticky Shot. That's a huge amount of damage. Hey, Kaboom Bullet. What's that do? So we got a new power. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't really... yeah, I guess I'll take it. Room Sealant is probably the one I use the least, honestly. So I guess we'll overwrite that. You can swap these in and out, like, as freely as you want in town, but you can't do it while you're out here. Hey, money. I know I said money wasn't a big deal, but I mean, I'm walking past it. I'm going to grab it. See, one of those is level 5 now. And that thing will torch you. If it sees you, it'll just fry you in one hit. You're screwed. Alright. Look at that. Did you see that? You got to be careful, because those ones will just rush at you. Like that. But it hit the hole in the floor. I've had those things kill me too many times. I hate them. Absolutely hate them. What is that? I've never seen this enemy in my life. I've been through here like 40 times. In this area specifically, I've been through, let's say, 20. And I've never seen this enemy before. Okay. Well, I don't want to wake the other one up, so I'm just going to try and kill that one. That's weird. I've never seen that before. I don't know what it does, which makes it way, way scarier, too. And I know the first half of this video was probably a little boring. Hey, nice. That was fast. But it just kind of is the nature of... Okay, we're inside now, at least. It's kind of the nature of trying to I'm gonna risk it for whatever this grass is. Swift grass, yes. Feet. Swap for the food, probably. Nice. So, spoiler alert, I suppose. If you're really interested in Shiren here, I don't really need the money. Hey. That guy tried to trick me by being an item in my pocket. Okay, now that you've seen that, so if you're really interested in Shiren, now would be a really good time to stop watching. I hate to tell people to stop watching my videos, but stop watching. We're on floor 13. The top floor of this this specific part of the dungeon is 15. And then, once you get to 15, there is some stuff. I really don't want to spoil it for you if you're interested in this game. So, if you're interested, now is the time to probably dip out and check out the game for yourself. If you want to keep watching, that's totally fine too. But I'm going to start talking about spoilers. I'm going to start talking about what happens when you get to this. This room layout sucks. I thought there was a path going up there. Okay. I'm going to start talking about what happens as you progress here. So, that's your warning. That's your spoiler warning there. Continuing on. 5, 4, 3, 2. What's on the floor here? Empathy staff. I actually don't know what an empathy staff does. Oh, I picked up both. I didn't realize I had pocket space. Sure, whatever. What's it do? Details. Target hits with magic bullets. Empathetic. Okay, they take damage I take. That's interesting. That guy is pissed. I don't really have a lot of ability options. That's very strong. Oh, of course, an explosion trap. Naturally. And then a rust trap. And it put out my torch. That's stupid. Sometimes stuff happens and you're just like, alright, well, that was stupid. That shouldn't have happened, and that sucks. And that's also okay. Alright, anyway. Ooh, I'm going to use... I'm going to throw the swap staff. Okay, so there's boss fights. That's the spoiler. That is the spoiler. There's some boss fights. And I want to talk about that. The first thing with the boss fights is the first boss fight is on floor 15. And it's very hard. And really surprised me. It really caught me off guard. The second boss fight I have not made it to, but it is past that at the second part of the dungeon. And that's where we're headed. I think I can wait this out. I'm gonna try. Oh shoot, I actually might be able to do it. Nice. Second part of the dungeon, which is like the last 15 floors. These things we're finding might give us the chance to actually beat that boss there. So that's what I'm really hoping for. But we have so much just junk in our pocket. And... Why is this not going in my pocket? It wasn't. It was the mimic again. These things are absolutely brutal, and I'm not looking forward to this fight. Okay. I don't have stuff that does bonus damage to dragons yet. Nice. That was very lucky. I think this is just heal grass. Oh, but it's like good heal grass. Okay, what do I swap it with? Because I'm running out of room. Desperately. You know what? I'll put it in there. I have one spot left. There we go. Okay, so the next boss is at the top of that floor. I didn't think I would actually be able to handle it. I didn't think my gear would allow for that, but it looks like it actually might. You guys think I survived this? Cool, I guess. Another blessed heal grass. You know what? We're going to use this then. To heal. And then we'll fight this thing. There we go. This specific floor has sucked, by the way. I just really want to express that. This has been a terrible floor. And we started in a bad spot on it too. Oh, come on. This is just a gauntlet at this point. This is an arena. And we're confused. I hope we're unconfused rather soon. I think I am going to heal. Unless... wonder if I can get out of this without healing. I really don't want to burn one of my... I don't want to burn one of my undo grasses, though. Because they're, like, super important during the boss fight. That would be way worse than just burning one of my heals. So, we're going to take the smart option. We're going to burn the heal. Alright, Seal Talismans not... Do Seal Talismans work on the boss? I actually don't know. It seems like it could be useful. I don't think we need the swap staff. Ah, I'm stupid. I walked over it. Swap staff. Do I have Seal Talismans in one of these? No, but I actually have a spot, so whatever. Oh, it was one of those mimics again. Damn. These things are annoying. These guys are fast. Do I have a scroll that hits everything in the room? I have a fear scroll. I don't think I have confusion scrolls now that I think about it. Do I have slumber scrolls? Okay, that's close. That'll help. Because you need something like that for the boss. You know, I thought those hit everything in the room. I guess they only hit everything near you. I probably didn't need to use it either, but... Transient staff. That teleports you to the stairs, I'm pretty sure. And paralyzes you, though. Well, okay, it doesn't teleport you. It teleports what you hit. Sometimes that happens to be you getting hit with that spell, but... You'll notice some reflection damage. That's on my shield. That's one of the abilities I've stuffed onto my mini ability shield. We're kind of a low level, in my opinion, for this section. Normally I'm entering the first floor here before you go through the nice red catwalk area. Normally I'm entering the first floor of this zone after the waterfalls with the birds at level 22. So I'm not impressed with our level at the moment, but we're making good progress, so I'm not going to complain. Alright, Tower of Miracles. So my first time here, I couldn't find the door, and then I got in trouble, and then I died. And warped out. But I thought... Did I put those in a different one? Oh, my pots are getting all mixed up now. I had them named and set apart and everything. Oh, wait. I didn't put them in anything because they were the mimic. Right. Okay. Hey, cool. What's our 8 out of 9? Not ideal. I had like 14 strength last time I was up here. So, feet. Swap. Swift grass is very important for what we're doing. I could do the navigation scrolls. They're just taking up space. Actually, you know what? Let's eat some food. Where was it? Eat this. Grab this. Oh, right. I grabbed it from the pot. that is something that is a little tedious at times, is all this insertion from the pots, back and forth, etc. You can do multiple at a time, which makes it a lot less tedious, but it took me a while to even figure that out. It's I'm playing on a controller. I like to play on a controller primarily. It's the right bumper. Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll just... Here's what we'll do. We will throw this. And it doesn't like... It's not like it takes an extra turn to get something out of a pot. So it's always beneficial to just use the pot, right? If it took like a turn to get stuff out, it would be kind of different. You'd have to think about it a little harder, but you don't have to think about it at all because it's instantaneous. Now, putting stuff in a pot takes a turn, but that's a little bit of a different conversation. Okay. I think the aesthetic of this floor is very cool. It is nice that you also don't have to fight the boss again. That's great. Agate bracelet. What was that? Strength? Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking it's not a bad idea. Especially with our strength getting hurt a bit earlier. I believe this is a 9-floor room. Hey, my buddy's back. Right, I forgot I left him like a floor ago. Hopefully this guy doesn't... Never mind. Didn't matter. I hate these things, man. Mainly because what happens is they'll ambush you in a hallway, and you saw it earlier. You can't hit them when they're in the walls like that. It's very annoying. Life grass. Navigation scroll. That's bad, but not the worst thing ever. As long as my dude doesn't get attacked and burn one of my healing items. Because that's a quick way to run out of healing items, is constantly reviving your ally. I do bonus damage to flying enemies. That's one of my sword's perks. Hey, nice. He's a high level. He's a higher level than me at this point, so maybe I should let him handle some of the tougher fights. Back away and swap spots with him. What's this? Warp grass. That's pretty useful. Warp grass is really good for as just like a get out of jail free card. What's his health at anyway? He has 105 base health. That's pretty good. There's that poison. Decreased by 2. Okay, I'm glad we grabbed the ring after all. At least our level's going up pretty good now that we're actually fighting stuff. I've got that renewed confidence and I'm starting to actually fight things. I really don't want to deal with night a second time. Which is, believe it or not, a real possibility. Okay, these guys are high level, I think. Oh shoot, he threw an antidote at me. You'll see that. That happens a lot, actually. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this to try and kind of double swipe these guys. I really want this. Sphen bracelet. Nice. Alright, what is a Sphen bracelet? I don't know if I want to equip it, because if it's cursed, we're stuck with it, but... Okay, well, it's not cursed, but I don't see what it does, so... Once we're done with... Just wood ones. Oh shoot, these guys are the ones that take, like, 6... so those guys, like, take 6 damage, but they only have 6 hit points, but they only take 1 damage per hit. So you're really, in a bad way. Ooh. Staunch bracelet. Keeps our stats from being lowered permanently, which this guy can do. Life grass is the hit point one, right? You know what? I haven't used it yet. I'm going to throw this hide pot at him. I'm going to use the life grass. I'm going to chill a sec. Heal a bit. Oh, I accidentally hit the pot. I meant to just hit the guy. That's also fine. There we go. Cool. Risky moves, but keep in mind, we have a lot of revives. So, I know I'm playing a little fast and loose with that sort of stuff, but... Cool. Yeah, Tengus aren't really a big deal, especially since we do bonus damage to those flying types, like I said. I'm going to switch back to our either monster detector or probably strength, honestly. Are we still down on strength? No, we're back up. Okay. Whew, a lot going on. Alright, now I know about this place. This is like a little halfway point. It's been a while. They're cute. Alright, no monsters here. We can rest easy. And there is a story goal we're going for. I won't really get into it. I don't want to spoil it. But it's surprisingly more serious than I expected. Oh, shoot. Okay, hang on. Okay, we have a lot of stuff to do here that's going to really potentially make or break this section. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sell this sales pot. Okay, because we need the space. Then we're going to buy both vacuum slash scrolls and the synthesis pot, which is basically all of our money. And I'll explain synthesis now in a minute. And then we'll rest and heal. Alright. I'm feeling confident, guys. I'm feeling real confident. How much... Okay, we need to make a bit of space here. Alright, how much... Oof. Sorry, I'm really thinking. The brain's on kind of working in overdrive here. We need basically all of those. I don't have any spots left in any of this stuff. The idea is that we're going to combine all of these swords into our current sword and try and upgrade it even further using the synthesis pot on the next floor. The warehouse. Oh yeah, I knew about this, but I don't actually know. So this is kind of dumb. I don't actually know how the warehouse works. I can't ever get the menu to pop up in here. Am I just supposed to... No? No? I really don't know how you're supposed to use the warehouse. Admittedly, maybe it's a mechanic I haven't unlocked yet. I do not know. But it's, you know, it's one of those things where, like, that I was talking about. You have those exciting mechanics to figure out. Okay. Yeah, see, feel free to use it. How? How do I use it? Is it the big pot? No. 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 None of these work for me. Am I supposed to just drop stuff on the floor? Is that how it works, actually? You know what? We don't need the monster detector. Let's see. Because I noticed the movement is very precise here again. So we're going to drop the monster detector. And we're going to drop the Fiend bracelet. And we're going to drop... I don't know if I really want to drop anything else. So we're... here we go. Peek. Drop the rose quartz bracelet. Peek. Drop this bracelet. Because I really don't need any of those, probably. I have a lot of bracelets. I'm not too worried about it. I think that's how that works, now that I'm, like, really thinking about it. I suspect it. Alright. Next, we're going to come here to our pot, and we are going to get all this out, not the shield. And I also don't need the diet shield, so I might as well drop it off too. I might just drop that pot, but I feel like I have more uses for that. So, unequip the majestic katana. insert it into the synthesis pot here. Insert these other ones. Hopefully none of them are cursed, now that I think about that. Oh yeah, it's up to 20 now. I don't know what it was at before, I wasn't paying attention, but you guys will because you were looking at the footage. And then, last but not least, you can't get it out until you, like, throw the thing. Where is it? There. Peek. Get. Alright, we have another full pot now. Or empty, I guess. Add a bit more stuff. This is, again, a little bit of the boring part, kind of inventory management. Alright, and then drop the diet shield. Okay, and the stuff's still there, so I assume that's the point. Now we're going to start on our floor here without our weapon, which is kind of a big deal. I am actually curious to do a quick double check, see if they had any extra weapons here we can grab. Because one extra, we have one slot left. No, they don't. Okay. That's fine. Alright, let's go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Anything important to say? Alright, let's go. Oh, shoot. That's a really cool... Hang on, I want to look at that. That's cool. I like that a lot. Alright, up we go. This is kind of a long video. Sorry, guys. Didn't, I don't have any walls I can safely throw this pot at the moment. You'll have to bear with me. I don't want to send it careening off the edge. There we go. That was close. I expected walls. It kind of, like, crossed my mind that it might not have. What is happening here? It crossed my mind that it might not have walls, that it might be, like, kind of a catwalk situation, but I don't know. I didn't really expect it. Oh, they killed my boy. I think it actually is time to use a vacuum slash scroll. That one's going to hit me. The gold one's going to hit me for sure. Ooh, how many levels did he just take from me? Like 3? That's insane. Oh, okay, so there's one grass down. This is dangerous. What do we get? Power up grass? Okay. Not the most useful. Okay, I'm not feeling as good anymore, guys. Not at all. Not at all. One of our grass down. Shoot. We don't really have a lot of healing grass options, actually. Some, but not as many as I'd like. Alright. Oops. Well, I'm doing pretty good on damage. Fine. I was trying to avoid fighting him. Ooh, I do want those points. And... Swift grass. Okay. We won't worry about that over there. Alright, let's go. Sorry, I get a little quiet when things get serious. Oh, there's the stairs. There's the stairs. Okay, I have a plan for this room, actually. Up. Fear scroll. I'm going to actually fight these guys because the XP might help gain back what we lost. What is that? Seal talismans. Nice. Okay, next floor. And I want to actually count. I want to count exactly how many grass we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, exactly 5. On the 5th one, we have to bail. These are annoying. At least we can really easily dispatch them, actually. Oh, okay. That's kind of funny. Uh-oh. What do you suppose happens if we fly into him? He's dead, isn't he? He's gonna die over there. Yeah, he died. Oh, this is bad, actually. I don't think I have really anything that can take care of this guy, either. I got the dragon grass. It's mean, but it's... I don't think it's enough. Okay. That guy's slow, so... Oh, this is terrible. This sucks. Okay, where's the warp grass? I know we've got warp grass. We'll still need to come back and heal our buddy, but... it'll at least give us a second to... heal? Maybe? Are my only healing options like the blessed ones? Because I really didn't want to use those right away. Okay. Looks like it is. That's actually doing a pretty good job of keeping them back a little bit. Come on. Nice. That's stupid. I'm glad the anti-peck is still there. Okay. I have to make sure I save a heal for him, obviously. Alright, we've got to get out of here. Fortunately, it looks like it's down, actually. We can kill this guy if we double team him. What did he drop? Not super useful. A little useful. We're up. Come on, we're up. Okay, 7th floor. I think this one's only 9, so... ooh, pretty. Okay. Alright, you know what? This is what this is for. Where's our navigation scrolls? We got 2 of them, at least. Okay. Are you kidding me? Oh, jeesh. Okay, this is bad news. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Come on. Nice. Oh no. Come on. Please be a heal. Swift grass. Not a heal. Ugh. What am I supposed to do when I don't have a heal? Can I use one of my undo grasses on him? Maybe? Oh, I do have a heal. Okay, okay. Alright, alright. We're still good. We're still good, guys. This is what Shiren's all about, right? This is the exciting part. There's the stairs. Alright, this is a swift grass moment. I can't let that happen again. Are you kidding me? Alright. 1. There's a grass right over there. Pop this guy, hopefully. Ugh. 2. I probably could have played that part better. Stomach expander. Yeah, just what I needed. Cool. Okay, none of this is very helpful. If I use one of the last 2 undo grasses, I'm not... If I use one of these undo grasses, I'm not... we're not beating the boss, no matter what. There's 2 left. And then, what, 1 in here? Alright, I'm going to try to throw it from here. Okay. Here we go. We need... Okay, whew. 1 floor left? Oh my god. Sheesh. Okay, so this would be the final boss. I've read about it. I know it's a boss. I haven't read, like, in preparation. I just know it's a boss. But it's going to be hard. I don't think I can beat it. I don't think I can beat this, guys. This is going to be rough. That's scary. Alright. Let's go, I guess. We're not prepared for this, though. There's no way. There's no way. We're here to revive somebody, for context. Let's do it. Roll those dice, boy. The ferret. What is it with me in games with ferrets, man? Alright, he's going to roll the dice. Let's do it. 30 hours for 1 dungeon, by the way. This is insane. Then there's like 30 after this, so... Gosh. Alright, we gotta beat this guy. Sorry for all the exposition here, but this is my first time up here. We're gonna do it. Alright. Man, I hate that flash. Boss fight time. The last one immediately summons stuff that you just cannot deal with. Thanks, dude, I guess. Alright, so I want to double check our grass. Two undo grass. And some different scrolls and stuff. So, first I want to do... Since this takes turns. Now I want to use... I think I have a pinning staff somewhere. Yes. So I want to use the pinning staff to zip to that wall. That's my first move here. Okay. Now... I have a little bit of time to think here. But my boy is in my way. Okay, he is only one tile big, I guess. Ouch. Oh, great. Okay. Alright, what happens if we use the mage staff? He dispelled them. He stays, like, for one turn. Alright, since I'm still swift... I guess that's my best bet, right? Is just starting to hit him as hard and fast as I can. Oh, he hits back. Even when paralyzed. Okay, this is our last revive. After this, we have to escape. Okay. Put him to sleep. Am I still boosted? I don't think so. Don't I have one of these as blessed? Let's use that one. Cleanse status. Okay. Ooh. I don't have another sleep one. Do I? I have fear. That'll help. He'll cleanse. Alright. Fear. Okay, I put him to sleep with my sword. Do I have any more fear? I have confusion, which isn't ideal because it moves. He could move instead. Am I still fast? Maybe? I don't actually know where it says that. Okay. That's bad. Should I just try and hit him? He was confused from that. Okay. I'm gonna eat another... I don't have anything that heals that, do I? Not really. Ouch. Does he knock him away every time? I don't really have a choice, right? But to try. Yeah, that's that. And we have to escape. There's no way we're risking all of our gear. A little bit of a disappointing end, probably, but no way we're risking all the gear. So, that was brutal. That's why you carry all the undo grass. We keep all our stuff. I probably should have put this on. I didn't realize I had it off. Sheesh. What's this red shield do? Again. Just tough in some way? I don't know. I did want to see what it looked like, but... Alright, let's check the warehouse. See if that did what we thought it did. We can always get a bunch of stuff between. Okay, yeah, see, look, nothing's here. I wonder if it's literally stored there, like, specifically there. On that layer. I bet that's what it is. That's a shame. Because there's a lot of stuff up there. It could be useful for, like, stocking up boss stuff, though, especially since it's right there. Well, that was Shiren, baby. And that is one dungeon. That is the first dungeon. That is the first dungeon of many. So if you enjoyed that, I think you'd really, really enjoy this. As always, if you liked it, let me know what you think. I appreciate all feedback, that sort of thing. If you play it, something I didn't mention is if you were to die in the dungeon, boots you back to the title screen, right? However, you can get a code, and then if somebody else, they have to have gotten to that floor before, I believe, but if somebody else gets your code, they can put it in, and you can upload it to the server too, but I think the code thing is way more interesting. They can put it in, they can play the same dungeon you did, come up and get to where you got, and revive you, similar to that tombstone there, I think. I haven't done it yet. And they revive you. You get revived with your gear, you don't lose anything. You can do it up to 3 times per dungeon. And then they give you a code back, and then it revives you there in your game. It's really cool. It's a really cool, like, you could mail the codes. That's something that I really like about that element of multiplayer. Air quotes multiplayer. Asynchronous multiplayer. That's really what it is. It's asynchronous multiplayer. That's something I really like. I think that's absolutely awesome. Stuff like that. That's existed for a while. That's been in since the, I mean, I know it's been in since the Pokemon ones. That's probably been in since before there, but I've rambled enough. The point of that was if you get Shiren and you get stuck, head on over to our Discord. We got the Discord. We hang out there. We play all sorts of different games. Maybe somebody else with the game. Currently only me, I think. It's not wildly popular. Will try and come rescue you. Cool element of community multiplayer. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this ridiculously extra long episode. Sorry I haven't been making as many videos lately. As I've mentioned before, I'm very busy with my new son. And I know that's been the excuse for 8 months, but I haven't started being any less busy because of it. So, you know, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys sticking this one out with me. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was a nice return to videos. As always, I'm Solemn Sunday, and I will see you next time.